all across our incredible continent, in factories, boardrooms, farmsteads, and laboratories, 10 heroes are getting ready. Getting ready to make an impact.
I believe in an Africa beyond aid.
To shift perceptions.
Our aim is to change the lives of millions.
To change the game.
I would like to believe that I'm solving a problem that is a worldwide concern.
To show the world how it's done.
There is an opportunity to really take the continent to the next stage.
Yes, it's that time again. Time for Africa's Business Heroes. I'm your host, Anita Erskine, and I'm delighted to be back for a series that celebrates entrepreneurial ingenuity. We're in our third year of the Jack Ma Foundation's philanthropic initiative, a competition where every single contestant is a winner because every one of our 10 heroes is helping Africa reach new heights.
I'm feeling pumped up, like this energy to really go out and do it.
Whether we win or not, I have already said that we won.
These incredible business minds beat 12,000 other applicants, and between them represent 7 different countries. From Botswana, Ketebone Jacob. From Egypt, Khadija Bedwehi. From Ghana, Violet Amwabing. From Kenya, Charlotte Magai. And Navalayo Osembo. From Nigeria, Ogenetega Iortin, Chidi Wagu, and Ikena Inzewi. From Rwanda, Yvette Ishimye. And from Eritrea, but based in Uganda, Girmay Abraham. They're a richly diverse group, half male and half female, each finding new and inventive ways to build inclusive economies, drive change, and uplift communities. Now it's time to really prove themselves. In the show, they'll be challenged to put their ideals into action. They'll show us what it means to be a leader and a mentor. And they'll need to think quick and adapt. Then they'll be pitching their ideas to a panel of judges, an illustrious trio of business giants who are here to guide, but also gauge how each business is making an impact.
I hope to see people that are truly passionate about what they do, and they have a very clearly defined mission for why they start the business.
I'm a firm believer in the fact that nobody can solve our problems for us. We've got to be at the heart of driving it.
I think it's always Africa's time. The question is, do Africans have the courage and the discipline to seize the moment and bring success to life?
And ultimately, it will be this trio who chooses the next Africa's Business Heroes winner. Our heroes are competing for their share of a $1.5 million prize, with the top 3 taking home the lion's share. It's a lot to play for, but there's a whole journey before we get there. And that's where we're going on Africa's Business Heroes. Welcome to Africa's Business Heroes. It's a new year, a new competition, and we have 10 inspiring new heroes who are making Africa proud and making a remarkable difference in the lives of people across the world. Today, we'll see our 10 heroes compete against each other in a Pan-African challenge where they will have to play for an upper hand in the grand finale. And one of them will walk away with the biggest share of $1.5 million. If they win this challenge, they will get first pick at their position in the pitch order at the final. This means that they could optimize how they are perceived by the judges simply by where they place themselves in the running order, and as a result, guarantee themselves a spot in the top 3. Each hero will be presented with the same challenge, but it's up to them to come up with a unique solution. And although not everyone will end up in first place, here's how everybody wins. Each hero's response to the challenge, if done correctly, has immense potential to benefit their communities in a really tangible way, because this test has been designed to make a change for the better and ensure that our heroes use their skills for good. In the end, the heroes will be judged by a global panel of business experts made up of former peers, judges, and mentors who have been a part of their Africa's Business Heroes journey thus far. And right now, all over Africa. Our heroes are standing by to receive instruction. So if you'll give me a second, I'm about to get things started.
Everyone, we are going to receive the challenge in around a minute or 2 minutes, so be ready.
Is anyone else nervous? That's my heartbeat. Oh, the task is here. Wow.
Okay, guys, the message has been sent, the challenge. You ready?
So they said, good morning. Your task is to identify a cause within your community
that aligns with both your business
and one of the United Nations 17 Sustainable Development Goals. Okay.
Then develop a plan of action that will make an immediate impact.
You have 2 days to figure it out.
Before you have to present this idea to an expert panel who will judge you on its effectiveness.
The higher you score, the better your chances for the finale.
You will need to recruit one apprentice to help you, and you will need to mentor him or her along the way.
To get you started, we're giving you $300 to implement your plan. Okay.
Yes, it's a challenge which can easily be solved or implemented.
Can we pull off a campaign in 2 days? And what kind of impacts will it be able to show in 2 days?
I don't know.
No, we have to figure out. I think I'm scared about today's challenge. Maybe we can go with goal 3.
Clean water and sanitation. We are giving clean water. It is exactly this one which we are addressing.
The minute that I read through the challenge, ideas started popping out of my head because I know the problems that my communities are going through, and definitely I have the right one for it.
Welcome back. Plans are underway for each of our heroes to tackle their task. And in Nairobi, it's all hands on deck.
We are piloting a system where there's a place where athletes are, and people who want to work with them can come with them, and it's like at a fee.
Or female athletes, and like addressing some of the challenges that they face.
My name is Navalaya Osembo. I am the co-founder and CEO of ENDA. We work with Kenyan athletes to make running shoes for runners around the world. ENDA is a Swahili word for go. I studied international development at the London School of Economics. And one of the things that really stood out for me was the difference between the Africa that was taught and the Africa I had experienced. The way it was said in a way that it was like a very miserable and wretched life. And I was like, that's not true. For someone to describe that from an outside perspective, saying, poor Africa. And I was like, no, not poor Africa. Like, we don't need your pity. That motivated me to come back home and say, you know what, I'm going to start something positive, something good in Africa, something that the world will look at and say, this is amazing. Running made most sense. It's something that Kenya was really known around in, and so we decided, let's try to make running shoes. My mission is to improve the amount that Kenya benefits from her reputation in running. Countries like Italy, when you tell someone I have an Italian handbag, everybody's like, wow, this is amazing. And they make money from their reputation. But when you say you're a Kenyan runner, it's really good reputation, but we haven't been able to tap into it. And so we're basically saying, no, we can actually create world-class quality products from Kenya, from Africa, put them on a global stage, and they can compete with everyone, just as our athletes compete. Hi there.
Is that your team?
Yes.
Hi. As part of the challenge, each hero has been teamed up with an experienced business mind who will be guiding them through this process. From Cape Town, Renee Parker. From Senegal, Biram Sok. From Zimbabwe, Tapera Mushoriwa. From Ghana, Na Ashokor. And from Bahrain, Hassan Haider. And the first to meet their mentor is Navalayo.
So I'm ready when you are.
So the challenge we were basically seeing is that there's a lot of people who have really good products locally but do not have capacity to access external markets. And so we want to use our existing platform to basically create a market for those people. The idea we've decided on is leveraging on what we already are using as a business. Secondly, it's expanding opportunities for other small businesses as well. I can tell you the number of people who ask me, how do I access external markets? It's massive. When they say the impact must be immediate, does it mean that the impact has to be felt in these 2 days of the challenge?
I think as long as there's some traction or there's some idea of impact, even if it's not exactly measurable at this moment, at least you are able to see it.
While Nabalayo's team attempt to offer their global e-commerce platform to local small business owners, Chidi in Lagos is taking a more sensitive approach.
Half of young adults, right? And over 70% of university students all want to start their own business.
Yeah.
Right? But if you look at it, 90% of entrepreneurs have their business fail within the first 5 years. Now the question is, why did all these people fail? At Publish here, we're constantly thinking of how we can improve the life of people. The aim is to get to hear interesting stories that are very inspiring. Share this on social media, get people talking about these people. And then at the same time, what we can do for the person is just give them that publicity that they need. My name is Chidi Wogu, and I'm a tech entrepreneur and software developer. Publish here is a digital content distribution platform that helps independent and understaffed African writers, musicians, filmmakers, and video game developers. We help them to focus on the creating process while we handle the tedious but important business of transforming their creativity into wealth for them. The reason why we started Publish here was through a BT experience. Might remember the experience as an independent musician. He recorded a studio album and someone told him of a platform, TuneCore, that could help him make money out of it by distributing his music to digital service providers like Amazon and Spotify. He did this and raised about $5,000 from the sales of his content. But when he tried to collect his royalties, that was when he experienced a problem. But that was the day we learned that these platforms were not tailored for us. And so we had to create a platform that was truly tailored, to meet the growing needs of independent African creatives. To solve the problem, we do a number of things, We fine-tune their content to industry standards so that they stand a chance to compete on a global scale. The fine-tuning process, we go to the content protection process. So this is to help make sure that their work is not illegally distributed or is not plagiarized by somebody else. Then we have 400 well-established partner stores, and we help them to distribute their content to all these partner stores so that they easily get discovered as creatives. So far, we've been able to work with 7,000 creatives. We've helped them to distribute over 12,000 content, and this has translated in 56 million downloads and streams. That translates to over $280,000 in revenue for these creatives. Our mission at Publish here is to change Africa's narrative by promoting the beautiful culture and the heritage of the African people to the rest of the world.
Hello, Chidi.
Yeah, hello, Na.
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
It's great to meet you.
Yeah, same here, same here. And what we're doing at Publish here generally is that we're trying to help to improve the quality of lives of creators, right? I asked the question, what about people who don't have creative talent, right? Can we help them in any way, right? I have a very huge social media following. I have about 140,000 social media following. And so I was thinking of if there's a way I can leverage on that, even get friends, who are entrepreneurs as well that have huge following.
Perhaps you can ask Don Jazzy, host and challenge, his friends.
Yes, I like the challenge part, that's gonna really make it fun, that's a social media game, yeah.
Chidi's team has decided to leverage their network to help aspiring entrepreneurs find investors to get their businesses off the ground. But further east in Uganda, Girmay is still weighing up his options. Girmay, what do you want?
Yeah, immediate impact, right away. So even if we install a paid pump system, it has an immediate impact with climate action.
Yeah.
So with $300, we can even have a complete off-grid system with 100 solar panels. So we have different options. It should not be a problem. We have solar panel, 108 battery, and then inverter charge control, for instance. My name is Girmay Abraham. I'm originally from Eritrea, but based in Kampala, Uganda. I'm the founder and managing director of Atec Africa, a company which deals in solar and water pumping. Atec is an EPC company, which means engineering, procurement, construction. We provide quality services with quality products in difficult to operate areas. In Africa, more than 592 million people lack access to electricity, and more than 320 million people lack access to clean drinking water. From 2018, we provide clean drinking water to more than 640,000 people and access to electricity to more than 100,000 people. This is the impact that we are giving. Atec has been in the business for the past 15 years, but as a company, we start to grow from 2016 only. We had so many challenges. There was time where we were supposed to quit, but I'm not a quitter. I don't give up. No matter challenges we face, we are committed to solve the problem. Keep working hard. At the end of the day, you will succeed.
With Gurmai already set on an idea, he's the first to move on to the next part of the challenge, finding an apprentice who will share the challenge responsibility with him.
So the apprentice part, what I picked Paul because he's a young, a future leader, so I really want to use him as apprentice.
I feel in safe hands of a very good mentor who has experience of over 10 years in what I love to do.
So make sure you need to arrange everything, coordinate, and then we talk later, you give me the report, yeah? All right then. So I think I need to leave now. Thank you.
Welcome back. We're headed to Botswana, where Kitapane has a bright idea, as would be expected from a guy who makes light bulbs.
First of all, I'm going to start by looking for an apprentice. I don't have an idea for an apprentice. What I'm going to actually do is I'm going to use social media to call on different entrepreneurs of that different age to send me their bios, and I'm going to pick 2. I'm going to interview them. From the 2, I'm going to get 1 that I'm going to work with. My name is Kitapane Jacob. I'm from Botswana. I'm the CEO of the Bulb World. Bulb World is a cutting-edge manufacturing company in the general lighting sector, specializing in custom LED technology.
Welcome to the Bulb World.
The most notable thing about the Bulb World is that it is the first of its kind in Botswana and in Southern Africa region. We are a Pan-African brand that aspires to bring world-class lighting ISO standards to Africans and the world. I grew up in a small mining town called Silibepikwe with my family, the same town where I have now set up a company. With setting up the factory in this community, I see myself hiring youth that grew up in the town, which makes me truly happy because I was born and raised in this town. I am a typical African child. I come from a background of being raised by a single mother after my dad passed away. She had a single income, which was very low, and she had to help her entire family, including us, which made it so difficult. If a guy like that can grow to own a manufacturing plant and hire people and actually have his products selling across the borders of Botswana to places like South Africa, Namibia, and right up until Ghana, that should tell every African child that indeed it's possible.
Ketapaona's social media call for an apprentice has come to an end. He's narrowed it down to just 2 applicants and is putting it to a round of sudden death.
I would really like to know a little about your business.
For now, I'm working on an event called Pikasan. My aim is to empower especially the creatives.
Over to you, sir.
Currently, I'm on a project called Woodland Manufacturing Industries.
Okay, question about your project. Have you started yet?
Yeah, I've not started yet. The project is still on the process.
Okay, all right. And your business is already started?
Yeah, it's already started.
Okay, all right. Gentlemen, I'm going to have to pick him for an obvious reason, and that he's already started his business.
I think business is based on collaboration. We learn a lot from different people, with different experience, which is a good thing for me and my business.
One of our heroes is in Dallas on official business matters, but she's still got her hand on what truly matters, the game, and she's staying in it thanks to her team on the ground in Kigali, Rwanda.
What I'm thinking is like going there and we tell them, you know, we have this campaign called Amazi Meza Ubuzima Bwiza. So we are spreading the message, teaching people to drink clean water and how that impacts their lives.
My name is Yvette Ishimwe. I'm from Rwanda. I'm the founder and CEO of Iriba Water Group. Iriba Water Group is bringing self-clean water to people, especially the lowest income people, in a sustainable way. I started this business at a young age. I was 19 years old at that time. What inspired me to do it was a problem that I experienced with my family. In our village, we had no access to clean water, and I felt inspired to think of how I could solve it in a broader way.
In sub-Saharan Africa, 319 million people are without clean water access.
We place smart water vending machines, call them water ATMs, in communities and schools. It's all in one, machines with inbuilt water purification technologies, and people can come, buy, collect drinking water at a very cheap price. In schools, students have to pay, a small subscription fee per term, and that helps them to, stay in school without being bothered by, waterborne diseases. And then in communities, we franchise them to young people to operate them as their own businesses. What makes us unique is our solutions are affordable to the bottom of the pyramid. We're creating jobs for youth and women through our franchise model. So far, we've created up to 59 decent jobs. And our approach is climate smart. We adopted reusable water containers, and that is creating a lasting environmental impact. I have a team back in Rwanda that is helping me to, organize everything on ground.
Now that you guys have been given the brief, what is your preliminary thinking?
We are trying to choose one which may be the key of everything. So for us, it was health. The number 3, good health and well-being, is the key for our business.
I think the fact that you've really put that as your problem statement, I'm happy with that. I still also think that in a certain context, as you package your story, you also still need to say, but by the way, we are impacting so many other SDGs, because you are living the whole ecosystem that the United Nations is trying to promote. I'm fully aligned with that.
First, we have to look at the contact for those people with these event cards. Then for 4, I think we have to get more jerry cans. So we are going to be giving to people who answer very well. Yes, we need an MC. We will brief him what we want him to do, okay?
While Yvette's team planned their educational roadshow for clean drinking water, Ogenetega wants to make sure that his community eats.
We're going for SDG Goal 2, which is what? Zero hunger. What's our idea? Coaching logistics for fish delivery. Hi, my name is Yotimo Ogenetega from Nigeria, and I'm the founder CEO of GRICT. In healthcare, about 20% of infants today do not have access to life-saving vaccines due to the inefficiencies in the cold chain space. And in agriculture, there are a huge amount of losses that occur. What we do as a business is to provide technology that enables real-time monitoring of these assets while they're in storage and in transportation, enabling businesses to preempt and prevent losses. We provide 2 solutions. One is a mobile refrigeration unit that's solar-powered, as well as a second solution being a data logger. And it picks the information as regards, temperature, humidity, location, light intensity, and transmits this to the cloud where you have access to this information all in real time. From that data, we're able to infer if goods have been tampered with, what the storage conditions are, if they are safe for consumption, and if somebody needs to act to prevent losses. I'm driven by a responsibility to Africans, to Nigerians, to my family. I'm privileged to be learned. A lot of people don't have the privilege to go to school. So with all these blessings that I have around me, how do I ensure that I impact as many lives as possible before I leave this earth.
How are you doing?
I'm good.
You seem a bit stressed out. What's going on? I'm excited.
The idea, basically, is to come up with like a coaching logistics business, right? That helps, distribution of temperature of fish, basically, to, people's houses.
How many suppliers are you looking to onboard? If you can find someone who can go to the market and identify one person. I have been to Lagos and I have seen the Lagos traffic and craziness. Could you show us a little bit of Lagos? Okay, so what is your plan?
We're looking to leverage on dispatch motorcycles. Then secondly, we're also looking to kind of use one of our products, which is like a mobile refrigerator.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Vera.
Yeah, alrighty. Talk soon.
You're back with Africa's Business Heroes. Right now, we're headed to Nigeria's south coast, where our next hero, Ikenna, has his focus on financing and productivity.
We could look to find one of our milling communities, so some smallholder farmers, and see if there's any technology that they have that for their oil milling that isn't working. This is an opportunity for us to pilot an entirely new part of our business model and value proposition to the farmers, basically providing them with equipment that can increase their productivity as well and help us get the raw material that we need. I'm Ikenna Nzoe. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Relief, and I'm from Nigeria. Relief is a company that develops technology to help smallholders in the oil palm value chain increase their incomes. We set up processing factories closer to smallholder farmers so that they can focus on farming and we can focus on processing. When we first started in the market, smallholder farmers would have to use handheld rocks to crack open nuts in the process of harvesting basically their crops. And we developed an industrial nut cracker that's 200 times faster than that manual process that contributes to a high degree of post-harvest loss. Relief's mission is to decentralize food processing in Africa. My ultimate hope with Relief is that we serve as a very strong case example for other entrepreneurs, whether they're from the diaspora, whether they're on the continent, to continue to develop technology that can make it easier for smallholders to be great farmers, while factories can be very successful as well. I truly believe that this century is Africa's century, and the little work that we put in every single day is contributing to, I believe, like a snowball effect that is going to have a really big impact in the next decades to come. All right, so we're off to the fabricator to check out the equipment that we're financing. The next step will be to decide on the top location and to purchase the equipment by the end of today. We've come to buy more equipment from you. You're welcome. Yes. So what we're looking at is one of these nut fiber separators.
Okay, I have them.
You have them, okay.
Yes.
We're negotiating with the fabricator on the installation costs. We have other options, but we've worked with this gentleman before, and the quality of his workmanship is very good. So I'd like for you to do the installation work.
Let me say around 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock. 10 o'clock is okay.
Ikenna has found what he needs in order to help his farmers produce more material and has begun implementing his plans. However, in Siaya County, Kenya, Charlotte is still trying to figure it all out.
It can't be something where it takes forever to implement. We have to do it where they learn something in that moment and then can take that information and use it.
It also has to align with what we do here.
Yeah.
Yes, so we empower local women business owners in terms of female empowerment. We can do skills training.
Hi, my name is Charlotte Magai, and I'm the founder of Mukuru Clean Stoves, which is based out of Siaya, Kenya, and I'm 28 years old. Mukuru Clean Stoves is a social enterprise that recycles waste metal, and we use that metal to manufacture improved and affordable clean cook stoves that are then distributed by local women business owners in rural areas within Siaya, Kisumu, and Vihiga County. I grew up in Mukuru, one of the biggest slums in Nairobi, At 16, I became a teenage mom and I had to drop out of school to figure out a way to fend for myself and my young daughter. My first job was selling charcoal. It was also the only fuel I could afford. So my daughter and I kept suffering from respiratory tract infections, and when she turned 2, she suffered a severe burn injury caused by a traditional stove. And this is what sparked my interest in providing better cooking technologies for my community. And so Mukuru Clean Stoves was founded. And the goal was to help mothers keep their children safe, save on fuel consumption, and reduce household air pollution. I live by one motto, and that is to imagine a life that reaches past my individual borders and creating solutions for people that will enable people to come out of poverty, but also empower more people to continue the work when I'm done doing it.
I think we figured it out. So what we're going to be doing is working with students in a local school to plant trees to enable them to do some carbon offsetting as an institution. We just arrived at Lions High School, Kisumu, and we're going to seek for permission from the principal to see if we can work with some of our students and get some space in her school to do that.
So we are coming to you because we want to work with a few of your female students to create a project that focuses on carbon offsetting.
Yeah, for me, anything that will empower the girl child and improve the environment is welcome.
Although Charlotte is moving at a more measured pace, with only 2 days to complete this challenge, Khadija and her team in Cairo are moving at double speed.
وهي دي الفكره ان احنا دلوقتي الاس جي بتاعتنا احنا لو سبيسيفيكلي فهي بتاعت الاديوكيشن. طيب
الستودنتس اللي عندهم disabilities اصلا مش بيدخلوا في الساينسز جامد. انا عارفه انه ده سبب من اسبابه ان هم مش بس على فكره اللاب.
I'm Khadija Bedouhi. I'm the founder of Praxi Labs and I'm from Egypt. Basically, Praxi Labs is providing students and universities and education institutions around the world with a virtual labs platform. It's a 3-day immersive experience for all the students to do the experiments rather than go to the physical lab. We wanted to solve a lot of challenges facing traditional labs. Issues like the access, how many students can enter the lab at the same time, but also there is the cost of maintaining a lab each year. This is very expensive and not all universities can afford that. Having less resources when you are in an emerging market shouldn't really let you in disadvantage when you are compared to another student who is in an advanced country. We wanted to solve this problem. We have the lowest number of students enrolling in STEM till today, and that's very risky if we want to do better in social and economic development. So this is really very, very important for Africa, getting more graduated STEM students and letting them follow this passion to provide us with a better future for our generation. We want to reach millions of students around the world. We are not stopping here. And whenever there is a will, there is a way.
Khadija's team have decided to upgrade their virtual lab platform to extend it to students who have not had opportunities in science until now.
مكفوفين عشان ما عندناش بلاتفورم لكن ينفع نروح ناحيه ضعاف السمع والصم. So we thought about number one, which we felt it's more of a cause for us and we felt really relevant, is the deaf people. Not only deaf people, there is a big opportunity for students with disabilities.
مليون واحد عنده اعاقه حركيه. خلاص؟ فانت بتعملي ايه؟ مش عليه هو وبتسهلي على اسرته.
In our final location, Accra, Violet is in negotiations with an organization that she would like to partner with for the challenge.
Hey, Cordy. I wanted Skin Gourmet to partner with Environment 360 on the sanitation goal. We wanted to have a product that would donate an amount to Environment 360 every time there's a purchase to support us in a program that educates people on how to sanitize maybe their communities. My name is Violet Awamwabeng, and I am the founder and the CEO of Skin Gourmet. We make raw handmade skincare sourced from the wilds of Ghana. We start with first sourcing in Ghana only raw handmade materials. Once we finish picking the coffee fruit from the plantation, we have to dry it. Then the longer you dry it, the husk will deteriorate. You get the coffee seed unroasted. Then we roast and then we grind it. We have a full product within 24 hours that we then deliver to the consumer. Bam! When it comes to sustainability, Skin Gourmet is all about it. Our packaging is usually glass or paper. We try to reduce the plastic as much as possible. We have a refill program for our customers, so when they finish the products, they can come back and refill it for a lower price. Our skincare is not just safe for people, it's safe for the planet. Our mission is developing people one jar at a time. Skin Gourmet impacts people throughout its whole value chain. So when we source from local communities, individuals, and artisans, and they pre-process our raw materials for us. The people who even work with Skin Gourmet who don't have university education, so we provide jobs for them and help to develop them. I believe in an Africa beyond aid.
Hi, Violet.
Hey, Nah. We decided to partner with Environment 360. And what they do is they work with females who pick the plastic, and then they help them use the plastic they pick and create products that they allow the women to sell, which goes back into the women's lives.
I think that's an amazing idea. I come from a coastal town and I know how bad it is. The plastic waste on our beaches and in our communities, it's something it's a problem. We need more women to find this as an attractive thing to do.
Yes.
After getting the nod from her mentor, Violet and her team are off to start making it happen.
So the current idea, we chose to go with the Sustainable Development Goal number 6, which is clean water and sanitation. We decided to work with an NGO partner, Environment 360, who has created a new hub called the Innovation Hub.
The Innovation Hub is a center. We work with informal waste pickers. Yeah. So these informal waste pickers are mostly dominated by women. These women pick, and then some are being flaked, taken to the Innovation Center for training. Okay. So that is where it's being melted, put in molds, and then produce whatever you see.
We are going to help them by partnering with them and giving our customers the opportunity not just to buy our product, but to also support these women.
These are the plastics.
So this is the bottle caps.
The
wow.
covered, yes.
You can attach this to, say, the honey bottle or the coconut oil bottle with a little story about who they are. Yeah. Idea and solution is taking shape pretty well. I think we're even getting more ideas than we even had before. So I'm pretty confident that we can finish this challenge top notch.
Welcome back to Africa's Business Heroes. As the day draws to a close, the heroes are doing their final push to stay on track with the challenge. And Chidi has already begun implementing his plan. He's on the hunt for average people with big dreams to share their stories with potential investors.
Challenges right now is the approaching of people, obviously. Getting them to speak, getting them to trust us and, return to their comfort zone and just share their story. It's a little bit difficult at first, but we are getting a way around it, and we're learning new ways in how we can get them to open up very quickly.
Sincerely speaking, about my side, meet some business.
The worst thing that can happen would be the people that have shared their story with us, telling us, oh, no, I don't want you to talk about my story anymore. Apart from that, we have everything in place.
And as the countdown continues, Ketepone is finally starting to put a plan into action.
The current idea is to help young ladies in secondary school with having easier access to sanitary pads.
So what I want us to do is come up with a business model in which schools can, one, help them have access to sanitary pads when they need them. Two, for the school to afford to give them sanitary pads for free.
I'm dealing with government and I'm dealing with students, so it is a delicate matter. But we have come up with ways that will make it a bit easy. The hope is that it will win because the strategy is solid, according to us.
Some heroes are further along than others. And in Egypt, Khadija's hunt for an apprentice is becoming high priority.
We wanted to choose someone who understands the cause really well and who better understands it than the person who has disability. She cannot hear. فهي عندها حاجتين، أولا بتسمع بتفهم لغة الشفايف، وكمان معاها زي قلم أو جهاز أو حاجة كده أنا بكتب بيه فهي بتوصل لها الحاجات دي بتعرف تسمعها.
She already started working with us over the phone. She will join from tomorrow morning.
In Nigeria, Ikenna has also secured an apprentice.
Good to see you. I'm very excited to meet my mentee. It'll be a good time for us to work together on this project and make sure we have something we can deliver to the judges by the end of the week.
You and I are gonna basically put together a presentation.
I've always wanted to have a mentor, but I just didn't know how to go about it. So this is like a huge opportunity for me.
And elsewhere in Nigeria, the apprentice streak continues for Ogonatega.
Guys, so this is Eitope, the protege.
And for Violet, it's a reunion.
Tracy is a micro-influencer of ours who's worked with us many years, and she was extremely excited to be part of this project.
This morning, Germay had also secured an apprentice before leaving his team. He's now returned and is about to find out that a lot has changed in his absence.
We realized we had gone off the rail, but we pivoted back. I was informed that you cannot have an apprentice who is your employee. And for that very reason, we picked Judith as the best fit. Another point to note, we came up with another challenge, which is plastic collection.
My team have managed to come with the new ideas. If something goes wrong, we also have to find a solution for that.
Hello, Germay. How are you doing?
Yes, how are you doing, Biram?
How can you create a sustainable sort of long-term business out of this whole plastic collection?
Are we creating a business model which solves a problem, or we are just doing this one to solve our community problem? I want to understand.
My recommendation is to go as far as you can, and knowing that it is a challenge, but it is a challenge with the idea that you may be able to come out with a real business out of this that could be very interesting for somebody to take on or for you to lead moving forward.
I think we need to come up with another idea again, I guess. What we have been doing is not something the judges or the challenge is about. Now we need to come up with another challenge.
Well, things are not as they would have hoped for in Uganda. It seems that Germay's team will have to go back to the drawing board. Our heroes are one day down and have just one more day left to come up with a winning idea. But we do have the proof that they are never short of innovative solutions. But now that we've met our heroes, let's find out more about the impact this life-changing competition is having with the ABH story told by one of our top 20 finalists, Tony Indungu from Nairobi, Kenya.
In 2017, Jack Ma committed to an African-focused philanthropic initiative to open up economic opportunities across our beautiful continent. A year later, the African Netpreneur Prize initiative was created to support the next generation of African entrepreneurs. In 2019, we saw the inaugural Africa's Business Heroes Summit and finale pitch take place in Accra, Ghana. Then, in 2020, the African Netpreneur Prize initiative was rebranded as Africa's Business Heroes, and the TV show was launched, prompting 22,000 of my peers to enter, representing every single country in Africa. The impact over these years has been immense. Our 2019 and 2020 top 10 collectively support over 8,300 direct and indirect employees and have created 455 new jobs since receiving their prize money. Several finalists have experienced 2- and even 3-fold growth, and many have attracted further investments to aid their growth.
We have launched the biggest private research center in Egypt. Our sales have grown 1,000% in 2 years.
Over the last year, we grew our revenue 5 times to do more than 2 million euros of revenue last year, which is more than we raised in our lifetime.
These heroes continue to inspire others thanks to the incredible reach the brand has built up over the years. So, when the call to participate in this year's competition went out in March 2021, it wasn't long before 12,000 hopefuls responded. Applications involved a self-learning process designed to help entrepreneurs better understand their businesses. And from here, 800 inspirational organizations representing each of Africa's 54 countries made the first cut. Round 1 judging commenced with over 250 judges giving customized feedback, after which a top 50 proceeded to round 2. This phase consisted of in-depth 2-on-1 interviews conducted online. Here, 50 judges gave applicants business and leadership advice before whittling the competition down to 20 hopefuls, each one closer to the coveted prize, and each asked to pitch to 7 highly experienced entrepreneurs and investors in the semifinals. And finally, the top 10 was announced, a group of shrewd business minds representing 7 African countries. But now the question is, who will be the winner this time?
Next time on Africa's Business Heroes, our top 10 hit the streets.
I'm excited. I can already envision this thing working.
The biggest challenge today is the presentation.
A surprise text pushes some heroes over the edge.
Game changer.
I feel annoyed.
It threw our plans out of the window.
We are exhausted, my friend.
And finally, a winner is chosen. Ladies and gentlemen,